Howdy, folks. Let's see if I've got some audio. I've got audio. Hopefully it's good audio. And hopefully you guys are having a wonderful Thursday. I saw some folks in here earlier. Let's see who we can say hello to. We've got, let's back it on up. Marco came in pretty early on and also posted a link for the Help with Gadgets channel on TK's Discord. Staff Sergeant Maximus came in and said hello. We've got Joe Kasprick. Thank y'all for being here. Let's see who else we got. And it's skipping on me. I don't know why it's doing that. Carco's in the house. Carco, how you doing, man? I haven't heard from you in a minute. Mo Patty. Hey, Mo Patty. Thank you for being here. Ben C. Thank you. Appreciate you being here. Henry G. Let's see who else. Stacy Bolstered Blades. And I think I'm at the point where I can start over here and say hello to you guys the proper way. Putting it up on screen. And so let's see. We got, I think I mentioned everybody there. Stacy Bolster Blade says, "What's going on here? We're having a countdown there to the go live." Let's see here. Neil McKenzie, thank you for being here. Thank you for being here, Stacy. Oops. Carco says he's back. He apparently went away for a second and said oi round two. Thank you for being here, Carco. Henry, I think I said hello to you. Roger Baker, great to see you. Hope you're having a good week too, Roger Baker. Pretty busy work week this week so far. But tomorrow is Friday, so we're Friday evening it now. You got IG issues there, Carco? It's been a minute since I've chatted with Carco. Hope you're doing well, man. So it's pretty funny. I had on my Blade Binge shirt that I picked up. I got dog hair on it now, had on my Blade Binge t-shirt when I took the dog to the vet earlier today, and the lady at the counter said that they enjoyed watching YouTube videos of like chef's knives, and I mentioned that I liked folding knives, and mentioned that I had a YouTube channel, and so she said her boyfriend liked folding knives and will always watch the reviews, so she got my channel name and said she and he both would give us a follow, so that's pretty cool. It doesn't happen a whole lot when you're out and about, at least not in my case. I haven't seen that. But I did have a knife shirt on, which I don't normally have on, so there's that. Carco says his account's gone. That's no good. And says needs verification. And I think I know where Mo Patty's going with this. Maybe. Should be able to verify it using Facebook, I think. Marco says Carco's on MySpace. Whoa. I think he's trying to say Carco is old. Is that right, Marco? Let's see my little QSP wobble thing is not facing correctly there. So hopefully everything works correctly. I rebooted everything just about 30 minutes before the live started. Also, y'all tell me, does it have a vertical and a horizontal or no? Is it showing both, I guess is my question. And I'm not sure that it is. I tried something different to see if that would work, but I don't know that it's working. I did get some knives in for some giveaways, and that person is here and knows what I'm talking about. I really appreciate that. So we've got some pretty cool knives for giveaways in the upcoming months. I've also got some knives that should be here tomorrow, and at least one of those is a giveaway knife. So was able to collaborate with a knife manufacturer, so that's should help things as well. All right, appreciate that, Mo Patty, and I'm still trying to figure that out. So I tried to actually use the key, the URL and the key to try to see if it would work, but apparently it didn't work. That's okay. That's not a big deal to me. As long as the one's working, we're good to go. All right. Hey, Robin. Thanks for being here, man. Do appreciate everyone taking the time out of their busy days, busy schedules, and a plethora of other YouTube channels that they could be watching to stop by over here and hang out for a few minutes. Really appreciate that. I've also got some new stickers coming, which is pretty cool. I also should have a knife coming. Y'all probably have heard another YouTuber talk about a knife that they're making. So exciting times. Marco said, well, TKE was not live, so I stopped by. Appreciate it, Marco. Thank you much for that. He better not come in here and try to horn in on my Thursday night. It's already busy enough. I'm kidding. I've got some more to talk about, but I did want to get a few more people in here. And actually, let's see. My stats doc. Looks like everything's going good there. Since I didn't pull in, since I tried another way, it's not pulling in the number of people that are here, but I should be able to see that over on this on that screen on the different computer, so that's fine too. Probably should turn that down in case somebody decides to start sending messages or something like that. And I got a box in from Fred, so that's what some of the knives on the table are, and we'll go over those here in just a few minutes as well. So this knife at the top, well, this utility blade at the top, is one I actually picked up at Blade Show, and I've got that on the table because I want to talk about that one here in just a few minutes. Robin said, got a new foam mattress and had to wait 48 hours for it to fluff up. Finally get a good night's sleep tonight. You must have got one that was in a box rolled up, and you had to use one of your mini knives to carefully open it up and stand back and allow it to reach its intended form. Good deal. We got a bed here several months ago now, and but it was delivered, and my wife was saying she doesn't think she's slept good since we got it, which is it was just an upgraded model from the previous model that we had, so it shouldn't have changed a whole lot, theoretically. But then she said, well, she may not have been sleeping good before then either, so it may not be the bed. But exciting times. Hopefully you get a awesome night of rest. Roger says it just got in from mowing the yard, trying to get it done before it rains. Roger, I wish it would. Hopefully we will get some rain here shortly. There was a big blob of rain, and it went just south of us, and we need some rain bad. We've got some little bits and pieces here along the every now and then, like a tenth of an inch. So I'm not complaining, but it would be cool to get a good rain. So let's see, what else do we need to talk about? We can talk about this knife right here, because this one surprised me on the price. Y'all go look up this Damascus version of the Kubi or KB Knives Zephyr. In fact, I need to pull that. Well, no, I don't think I'm good. I was going to pull up a spreadsheet, but I think I've got the names down. But it ain't cheap. Concept Titanium Justin says Concept Wasp is one of my favorites. That's this one here, right? Yeah, that. I haven't done any videos with them yet, except maybe walking and flicking. So I haven't done anything. Don't have them memorized yet, although I did go over them just a few minutes ago. Robin says, I'd go for some rain. It's tempting up here. Good for the tomatoes, not so much for me. Robin's linked the Zephyr. That one surprised me a little bit. Now, don't get me wrong. It's a really good knife, from what I can tell. It's just a little more spendy than I would have thought for a KB Knives. And I'm speaking of knives, I'm stacking knives over here and just knocked the whole row down because the Jaeger does not want to stand upright. That's my thing, Robin. That's my thing. It's a good knife. I mean, the action on it is pretty stellar. But from what I saw over, it is not an integral. It is not. It's just not. That's just a little bit much for me. That was exactly what I was getting at, Robin. I like it a lot. Probably the favorite of the ones that Fred sent. Right. That's my whole thing. I'm like, man, that's just a $450 maybe. It's got Damascus. It's hard to say. Some of the Poikilo, but Poikilos is a totally different level, in my opinion. That is not, from what I've seen thus far, that knife is not Poikilo level. So I don't know what's wrong with it. I'm sitting here lining up knives and standing them up, and I've got besides the knives on the screen, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 knives here in front of me. Couple of 3 more on knife stands over there. I don't know if you guys do that or not, but that's not to mention the knife case behind me. That's got about 30 knives in it, I think. So, but I have a fairly small collection. I don't have a ton. Nope, not an integral. And Mr. Mouse, thank you for being here. I don't think I said hello. And he said, good evening, Helpful Gadgets. Roger says, with all the rain we've had, my tomatoes are doing pretty good. Yeah, I got a mess of tomatoes off of the vine a while ago, but I need to give them some more water. I believe my squash and my zucchini is not doing so hot, but it may have run its course already. About to have, if things hold well, we should have a mess of okra here very soon. It's starting to get little okras on them, so that should be fun. Right. Want to know why, Nice? Thank you for being here, man. Hope you're having a wonderful Thursday evening. Want to know why my knife says it's a mouse? Ah! Titanium Justin says, anyone picking up the small boy tomorrow? I do not plan to do so. I did enter a giveaway for one, though. Want to know why Knife says, I just got a Remet Camel. I've heard good things about that. Dwayne Letterman. I met Mr. Letterman right before church yesterday evening. He lives not too awful far from me, and got his giveaway to him. It's a little bit easier to just drop it off to Dwayne instead of mailing it, because there's no telling where it would go, and he doesn't live awful far from where I go to church, so was able to do that. And look at knives a little bit. We still got to do a meetup and do more knife swapping, show and tell, and all that kind of good stuff. Want to know why Knives says, send me some okra? I don't know how that works about sending stuff. It might get there. It might get there damaged, though. That's the crazy thing. Want to know why Naya says the detent is strong in this one in Obi-Wan's voice? I can't do that. I think he's talking about that Remet Camel. And then, of course, this is the Magnificent Beast, the Tack Knives Magnificent Beast. This one's pretty cool. I heard a lot of good things about it. I don't dislike it, and I don't know that I've actually checked out the price of it yet. It's okay. I'm not. It's got a lot of good stuff going for it. I like the texturing on the scales there. Access to the lock bar is good. Reverse flick works great. The front flipper works great, so nothing bad to say about it. And Robin's talking about pickled okra. Want to know why Nana says if you send it in a cold pack with some dry ice, it'll stay cold. There you go. There's TC Blades. TC doesn't live too far from me either. But he lives a little bit different direction than Dwayne Letterman lives. And there's Apex talking about pickled okra. There's Marco. Saying hello to TC in Yoda's voice then. TC Blade says, I didn't like the Pluto. The Pluto is odd. And I kind of want to like it, but it's just, it seems a bit awkward for some reason. And I haven't had a whole lot of time with these. These came from Fred. Now, if this had an opening hole or even a thumb stud, I think it would have been a little bit better. And I don't mind, I don't mind a front flipper only, but it does seem like something's just off a little bit, and sounds dry too. I have to do a little bit of disassembling, cleaning on it. It's not bad, and it's kind of got this weave kind of carbon fiber that looks pretty cool. But I just it was a little odd. Then we've got a little fixed blade here. This is the Siafu. He said, what number is this one? Well, let's see if we can figure that out. That's got the... I don't see a number on this one, Troy. I don't see. Trying to see if it was hidden when you moved the blade either open or closed, but I'm not seeing anything. Want to know why Niall says I want to just get my hands on a Pluto? He says, I thought I could tune it out, but I couldn't. You could put a clamp-on thumb stud on it. It might help some. No worries. There, Dog One says, "Hiya, help. Sorry for late. Don't worry about it, man. It's okay. Appreciate you being here." Dog One says, "Got lost in the DBD. Forgot the clock." So that one's pretty cool, but it's just something's not like TC said. Something's not quite right. This is a little dude, the Siafu, and I don't know that maker's mark, but this has got a cool blade shape. But that's pretty small. Which, I mean, it's a EDC fixed blade. It's supposed to be kind of small. There you go. Marco says, post your pocket in the Help with Gadgets channel. Roger Baker says, Dog One, cheers, mate. We were waiting on you. Now it's a party. Mr. Mouse is easy to get lost in the DVDs. I think I already said that, maybe. Bring the chips and the soda. And then what else do we have here? We've gone over the Zephyr, which, by the way, it looks like it's a Tempest Tempest Design, their KC Spiron. Yeah, let's see if I can make it. That looks like Casey's maker's mark there, and I like it. I like the knife a lot, but when I saw the price, I was like, well then. But Robin and I already kind of discussed that a little bit, so we're not gonna beat a dead horse, as it were. Fred the Lug. Can you front flip the Zephyr? No. The jimping is just way too far down for me to, and that's pretty slick there. Fred the Lug says the prices for that is because of the material. Oh, I get it. I get it on that Damascus, and it looks good, and it's DLC coated. But if I'm with Robin, if I'm gonna spend that much, I'm probably gonna get something other than a KB. Fred says Zephyr's not a real good front flipper. Can be done, but not reliably. Now, if it had jimping up a little bit further, I think it would work pretty good. Is that a magnifier? You talking about the one right here, Fred? No, it is actually from Spyderco. Yeah, it's not going to focus. I got this one for, you can see the Spyderco logo there. And actually the Spyderco written there on the blade as well. Come on, focus. But I got that one about the time that my grandson was born, and it's been sitting on a shelf behind me, waiting until he got old enough to build it. And he was over here a few weeks ago, and we built it, and then he forgot and left it here, which is fine. I wanted him to be old enough to know not to break it. We'll see. There's Clayton. How you doing, sir? Hope you're having a wonderful Thursday. And the chat's going crazy here, so we'll just try to keep up as we can. I don't know why Clayton's yelling at everybody. He got that cap lock stuck, I think. Messing with Clayton. So the other ones that I had on here are the Tack Knives Viper. That's an interesting one. I don't think that was a very expensive model either. And oh, absolutely, Stacy. He's probably still mad at that. Still mad at the sanding block that he was trying to use earlier. I got in his live for a minute and didn't say anything, but yeah, I saw him getting aggravated with a sanding block. It looked like 70-ish. Okay, good deal, Fred. Fred says she's back. Gotta go again. Caleb, dropping by to smash that thumbs up. Thank you for that, Caleb. Appreciate it. And hope you're having a wonderful Thursday evening. Robin says, I want to yell too. Because Clayton's yelling at me now for some reason. I don't know. Dog One says that tack is a great budget. From what I've seen, they make very good knives. This one here is really cool. The Magnificent Beast, I think, is what it's called. It front flips really good, and this one's not bad at all. I do not like taking apart these bar locks, though. I mean, I don't hate it. It's not my favorite because invariably, they're not going to go together as easily as we think they should. I'll just say that. And it may be that that's just the way that it's just me. We'll see. I still plan on taking it apart because I like doing that. Clayton says, it's been a long day, 12 and a half hours, and still have a few more hours. Cool. And are you frustrated with a certain knife that you're working on there, Clayton? I'm almost scared to ask. Caleb, hope you're doing well, man. Clayton says, cool whale bros. Oh, brother, here we go. Somebody came in and said, Tommy, a bunch of times for some odd reason. Troy's wanting to ask, or asking Clayton if he saved some dinner for him. Oh no. What were you saying, Clayton? Did your neighbor about turn their toolbox over on them? And now Clayton's yelling at Troy. Says, no, I ate all of it. Oh, Troy's getting the treatment too. Absolutely, Stacy. Absolutely. Apex Carey says, any big spenders want a Mayberry? Pretty rare on the secondary. Let's look at this thing. I can't click on that one and bring it up. Let's see if I can click it on this one. Whoo, that looks nice. All right, I'm going to switch over to window capture and see if I can show you guys this knife. That looks pretty cool. If anyone's interested, I'll take any channel donations that you may be interested in putting forward toward this beautiful knife. Just kidding, you guys. That's pretty cool. It's got a few scratches on the clip. But if you carried it any, it's gonna have scratches on the clip. That's pretty cool. There's the small boy that's dropping tomorrow. I think somebody mentioned that earlier. And then we've got a lot of different knives too that we could look at. I'm not logged in on this browser, so All right, let's go ahead and go back over. Clayton says, I'm sending money now. Thanks there. Whoops, let's see, I'm missing something here. Did I miss somebody? Highly likely, and if I missed you and not said hello, sorry about that. Roger Baker said, Robin, I'm saving up for it. Only like $949 more to go. Dog One says, have y'all seen the new Militol with the quick change magnetic scales? Those look pretty cool. Those are also, I think they're, is it liner lock? Top liner lock, if I'm not mistaken. They've done something differently with the locking mechanism. I do know that, and I just can't remember exactly. I do believe it's the button like this though. Which Dwayne Letterman liked this knife a whole lot when I showed it to him yesterday. He was pretty. He thought that was pretty cool. And I don't disagree. I've got the regular Militol. In fact, I pulled it out. I usually use it as a comparison knife, and I've pulled it out to put some different comparison knives in there that people may maybe have used. Let's see. But I've had this one in here for quite a while in the collection. This is the White Mountain Knives exclusive with the blue rich light. But they made an awful lot of different variations of the Militol. And it's still got great, the action on this is great. The front flipper. The reach over doesn't work too good for me, but I think I'm gonna hit my finger with it anyways. But pretty cool knife. But they do have I have a fixed blade of that as well. I'm pretty stoked to get that one burning stables. I just hope I haven't aggravated you too much with asking questions, and as the process went on, maybe not exactly how you were planning on doing it. Dwayne Letterman's confirming that he did get the chance to see this one yesterday. We didn't have a whole lot of time, and I only took I think 4 knives that that I had that I don't think he had seen from the last time that we had met, which was well before Blade Show. So I had several of the knives that I picked up from Blade Show. That was the Cool Whale, because Clayton and I are Cool Whale bros. The Kaiser Aura, which is the one that we got at the Kaiser dinner. And then let's see. Oh, this one here that I picked up, the O Knife, the U1 Ultra, and then the HB21. So that I showed him those and this one, and I think that was it. Just a few that I had grabbed. I've got a friend down in Greenwood that he's a knife guy too, and I've got a lot of knives, I think, since the last time I've seen him. So I told him, I was chatting with him the other day and said I need to stop by his house when I'm in his town. Um, he lives in the town that I work, where my place of employment is. I don't work there very much, but I do work here from home a good bit. Dog one says, if you ever think of running some production models or some models in production, that'd be cool too. There's Bluminati Ninjas sent 5 Help with Gadgets memberships. Let's see who actually got a membership. Sista Stables received a gift membership. Stacy Bolster Blades received a gift membership. Mick Ranger, and I think Mick just said hello too. Yes, hey Mick. How you doing, man? Mick Ranger received a gift membership. Staff Sergeant Maximus received a gift membership. All 4 of those folks have been in here tonight. That's pretty cool. And then Kevin Santer 2800 received a gift membership. I don't recognize that person, but want to know why now says the ninja strikes again. And there's folks thinking blue. There's Staff Sergeant Maximus, Mick Ranger, Stacy Bolster Blades, there's Bluminati Ninja saying hello to everybody. Thank you, Blue, for that. I really appreciate it, man. You're awesome. Whoops. Lion Not a Sheep says, yo, Tommy. Hey, man, how are you doing? Want to know why Nia says there can be only one ninja. Good deal. Paul Mills is in the house. Thank you, Paul, for coming in and hanging out for a few minutes. So do you guys think I should delay starting the live until 9:30? Would that be helpful? It seems like we get a big jump about the 9:30 mark, depending on how long some of the other ones go. Would it be best if we wait and then go a little bit later, or what do you guys think? I can entertain any ideas, or should I just start it where I'm at now and go longer on the till I close it out, like do 3 hours or something like that? What do you guys think? Mick saying wait 30 minutes and Dog One saying 9:30. Yeah, I may do that. That's what time I was running it on Tuesday nights. So we may try that. We may try 9:30. Slide it back just a little bit because I don't. That may work out a little bit better, except for those folks that are early to bed. But we can try to appease everyone, but that doesn't always work. So we may do that. I got a lot of people saying that's not a bad idea. Yeah, I think DBD's on, and I think Unprofessional Dad may have been on as well. Blue says always wait 30 minutes before gadgeting after dinner. I love it. But it's it's still fairly early on the West Coast too, so we may not let it slide again. There's Stacy saying hello to Lion Not a Sheep. Oops, I am getting behind here and the chat's going nuts and I'm fixing Not the Monster Hunter. Thank you for being here, man. I think I said hello to Paul Mills. And let's see. I'm fixing to lose the ability to tag you guys over here. I gotta look and see if there's a setting for that. Alright, let's see. Mick says wait 30 minutes. Dog One says 30 minutes. Mick Ranger 30. Stacy says wait a little bit longer. We may have to do that. And of course, Blue saying 30 minutes before gadgeting after dinner. On the Edge EDC, man, hope you're doing well. Hope things are going well for you. And hope you're having a wonderful Thursday evening. Jim Cox says what it is. Hey, Jim, thank you for being here, man. Robert Jones, thank you for being here. We've got a lot of folks that are just coming in. We'll step around the over the knives here just a second. That I haven't talked about everything, but we'll mention them. Dog One says, I'll relax. Most excellent during help with gadgets. Thank you, sir. I appreciate the kind words there, man. Jim Cox says 6:44 p.m. Let's see here. Oh, unprofessional. That is Tuesday night, isn't it? All right, we'll try that maybe next week. Want to know why not? Says hi, Jim from the West Coast. Dog One says ease right into my contentment baseline. Stacy Bolsterblade says, anyone seen or heard of Pioneer EDC knives? I have not. Don't believe so. But if anyone has heard, please let Stacy know. She's looking for them for some reason. Has anyone seen Robo or heard from Robo in the last little bit? I haven't seen him in a week or so, I don't think. Stacy Bolsterblade said, just seen on Amazon. Lion Not a Sheep says, from what I hear, they're pretty decent knives. So we haven't seen Robo since the 4th. He may have gone on vacation or something. Who knows? Mike Jernak, thank you for being here. Do appreciate it. If anyone has a way to get in touch with Robo, if you don't mind, send him a message and make sure he's all right. Lion Not a Sheep says I can ask Miranda Keith. Maybe she has. Always chasing the apex. Hey, hope y'all are having a wonderful Thursday. We've got a lot of folks that just come in here, and I'm checking to see. I was telling everyone earlier today, I went to the vet with our dog, and looks like they did a couple of people join. On the Edge says, I've been trying to contact G-Ball Vision about his decals, but it's been crickets. Gweg not answering. Second string means I'll probably make this a regular habit or something like that. Yep. Well, that's a good habit to have there, Apex. Always chasing the apex. Thank you for being here, man. Oh, I was trying to tell a story there, wasn't I? So I had on the Blade Binge T-shirt when we were at the vet, and the lady at the front desk was saying that her and her husband like watching her boyfriend like watching the videos about a guy that makes chef knives. So I mentioned I was into the folding knives, and apparently her boyfriend really likes folding knives as well. So she said she asked for my channel name and was going to get him to sub to me. So that was pretty cool. That doesn't happen a lot when you're just out and about, and someone happens to see a knife T-shirt and says something. So that was pretty cool. I think I actually got caught up with getting folks everything that they were supposed to have, except for stickers. And I've got stickers coming. There's somebody on here that can verify that. I've got stickers coming, and if I owe you stickers, please don't hesitate to drop a message to me on Instagram and say, hey, you were going to send me some stickers. So I know there's been some folks that I have forgotten on that. And it's not always easy to go back through. I need to start making a list. And that brings up a good point. On the Edge EDC says, come see me about making your decals. There's his Instagram. And he says, I'll make you some super waterproof stickers. Marco. So, yes, I think I owe some more people some more stickers. So let me know if I don't have it. Yep, I was tracking. I think it's Monday on the Edge. You can stick it on your car if you want to there. I've had some stickers on my, I don't know if you guys can see that, on my water bottle here for quite a while, and both of them are holding up really well. So, and I hear On the Edge makes some good quality stickers, so I'm excited to get some of those in. Blue Minotti says I need to order some more patches. The only person that ripped the patch off of my bag at Blade was Darkwater, and I was standing there talking to somebody, I can't even remember who it was, and saw him out of the corner of my eye coming up, and next thing I knew, I heard a rip of stuff off the back and knew he had snagged one of them. Let's see. Dog one, I got some more. I got some more like this. I've kind of transitioned over to my newer one. It doesn't mean that's going to stay, and that doesn't mean that one won't be morphed a little to look a little more like the other one. We'll see. But I like the it stands out a little bit more, I think. So that's the reason I've kept on going with that. Staff Sergeant Maxima says, On the Edge, G-Ball was away for a week with family, and now he's playing catch-up. Hey, Blessed EDC, thank you for being here, man. There's Paul Mills saying hello to Thomas EDC. On the Edge says, I wish I could make patches. Want to know why Knife says, I now have a whole bunch of stickers. Well, good deal. I'm glad you managed to gather you a few stickers up there. Want to know why? I try to put a decent amount in there. I get behind sometimes and it's not even funny because, like right now, I have some of TC's knives. I think he's in here from a minute ago. I didn't know I was going to get those though, and I'm playing catch up on that. And then Fred has sent me some, and then manufacturers have sent me a few knives. So we've got a lot of stuff going on, but that's fine. Dog One says, I like them both. Thank you. I appreciate that. 01's fantastic in detail. It does. I like the autumn of the year. The fall of the year is my favorite time of year. So that was part of why I did it that way, and just the colors I thought were pretty cool. This one looks a little cleaner, I think, but also it is a little bit more basic as well. So, but I think it stands out just a little bit more. Let's see here. Who's here that I haven't said hello to? Kelly, did I say hello to you? I think I did. And I hope I didn't miss anybody. I apologize if I did. All right, let's. We were talking about knives. This is the Tack Knives Magnificent Beast. It's got pretty cool scales on it. Stone washed. Hey Clayton, stone washed like this. If you're still there, Clayton, are you still here? Clayton, are you here, man? Gabe Harlan says only lurkers. But pretty cool knife. I like it. Front flips really well. All right, and then this one. This is the KB Knives Zephyr. And really cool knife until I looked up the price of it, and I was shocked. That's I think it's $560, and I was like, now wait a minute, that's a little crazy. I mean, it's a really good knife. It's I think KC Spear made it, and there's probably some other versions of this. I would assume that just this version with Damascus is just crazy, in my opinion. TC says, where did you get that 3D printed spider? I actually bought it from Spyderco, if I'm not mistaken there, TC. Let's see if I can look it up here. Guess I didn't have any browser open. Yep, Blade HQ actually has them there, TC. Let me see if I can. I bet you I can't drop it. I can't drop it in here. It won't let me do it there. And I think I might have just messed up. Let's see. We'll find out if I messed up here momentarily. And I don't have a way to drop it over here. Can I drop it here? Nope. Remind me later, TC, and I'll send you the link for it. But they're like $20. And it's pretty cool. I got it for the Grand Boy. Ryan Crow, thank you for being here, man. Hope you're having a wonderful Thursday. Let's see here. TC says I have the plain titanium Zephyr. It's probably a little bit cheaper than this one was, I assume there, TC. Monster Hunter says Lion wins one more win and I give up. Oh man. Staff Sergeant Maximus says you've been very generous, Lion. Always chasing the apex says dark mode small boy drops tomorrow. TC says I got to get one for Jed. And I've got to fix this because I'm not getting all the messages here. Which means I am going to have to, because I see somebody saying some stuff over here. And I got to get this up where I can, come on. Well, let me close this out and start it back because I messed up. Alright, so I got this back up. And then let's get that back up and see if that's going to work. Yeah, it's working. Okay, good deal. I'm just going to catch up, and then we'll talk about. Oh, TC actually said got to get one for Jed. That was a membership milestone, 16 months. Thank you for that, TC. On the Edge says, I'm afraid I may have to put some of my better knives for sale on Blade Binge, as much as I hate it. Y'all go check On the Edge. On the Edge's Blade Binge and see if you can help him out on that. All right, let's see. There's TKE telling me to hush, and I don't know why. I didn't do it. TKE, thank you for being here, man. Hope you're having a wonderful Thursday. Paul Mill says, TKE, my predator bro. A lot of people saying hello to that TKE dude that's dropped in. And let me keep rolling. J1 Doobie, thank you for being here, man. Gabe Harlan says TKE is in training for power tortilla slap. Okay, and we're back over here now. And I just hit the button and I bet you. Oh no. Oh no. I got it. Okay, we're good. If you don't keep another window up here, this one over here doesn't work. Gabe says TKE is in training for power tortilla slap, the spinoff of power slap. That's nuts. Watching those folks do that. Let's see. Henry G says, TKE, who dat? Gabe says, I had a friend named Gabe from the time I was born. Nice. Wait, did you say something? I'm sorry. Ron Crow, I'm backing up here. Ron Crow did say something here. Whoa. He said, hey, Tommy. It didn't show there on OBS. At least I didn't see it, man. I apologize. Thank you for that, and I appreciate you being a member for 16 months as well, man. Thank you so much. TKE says definitely does not buy subs. Definitely does buy XL Hawaiian shirts in bulk at Costco. My man, Ron Crow. And I missed something about Dog One's best friend's brother. I'm sorry I missed that. I probably won't. Let's see. Don't want to miss that. but I may have. I think I was almost there and it jumped. Oh, Afghanistan ate him up. Oh man, hate that. Okay, so all right, Miranda says she was going to reach out to Robo and see if she can get a response. Dog One says I'd rather get slapped with a tortilla. TKE says much better than small herbivore EDC. Oh boy, here we go. And Bluminati said Nemesis. Mind of Milton, thank you for being here, man. Says can't tag, but hey peeps, he's probably mobile in a different city than what he's normally in, if I recall correctly. And there's TKE saying Nemesis. Gabe Harlan says, I love a good sub, especially from Jersey Mike's. On the Edge says, Blade Binge. He's linking a knife there. $180 knife. Just dropped it to $110. Hit me up today for a great S35 VN blade. And CMB Brave Man access lock. Alright, let's see. Dog One says fellas named Gabe are always stand up. Lion Not a Sheep says relaxing, ready to close my eyes. 5:30 comes early. Yeah, my wife rolls out, leaves the house at about 5:45, and yeah. TK says has the Amex Black Card, owns property in Switzerland, and makes dope shorts. That's the Mind of Milton dude. Thank you for linking that Mind of Milton, and linking that TKE for Mind of Milton, and coming up with interesting descriptions or intros to those links there. Monster Hunter said, I seen Robo in a live 2 days ago. Good deal, Monster. Good deal. And I'm not going to say that one, but thank you for linking Kelly's there, TKE, I think. Yep, good deal there, Monster Hunter. Kodiak Edge, thank you for being here, man. Says Bluminati Ninja, I just subbed to your channel. Ferrets Greg, thank you for being here. These are mainly just the ones that, or partially the ones that I got in from Fred the Lug to do reviews on. And the Pluto's a little different. Abby Normal says, I'm lurking, everyone. Thank you for being here. Alright, so we were talking about the knives. The Zephyr is expensive. At least this version is. I need to check to see what some of the others are. It's a good knife. I'm not gonna say anything bad, except the price was a little bit surprising. This is the Concept Knife Siafu. Just a cool little fixed blade, and it's got a nice little swinging pocket clip belt clip where you can carry it various and sundry ways. So there's that. So that one's pretty neat. Then we've got the Tack Knives Viper. And I think somebody mentioned that this one is around, this one's around $70, I think. So that one's pretty cool. Spin Spark knife. That's a pretty cool knife. If you like gadget spinners, it's got one built in. So that's pretty cool. I think I have a couple of videos that I haven't dropped on that yet. I had one from Fred some time back. Let's see here. TK says check out Shoeses. They sent me one and it's pretty solid little budget knife. I think I saw it today there, TKE. It had an interesting. No, this is the Magnificent Beast, Tack Knives Magnificent Beast. But that's what I was talking about with the stonewash. But it does look somewhat similar, doesn't it? I happen to have mine right here with the cool whale. No, it's at first glance you'd be like, wait, what? But yeah, this one's pretty cool. This is the Concept Wasp, and it's interesting too. I can't quite get the front flipper. It's odd, but it's also cool at the same time. The reverse flick does work. That fuller is not very sharp though. If that had a sharp fuller, that would be really cool in my opinion. But it's a neat little blade. Feels decent in hand. I won't say great. But so you guys, down in the description, there's a link to this, to O-Knife, and if you want to pick up one of these, please use my link. It does help out the channel if you do. These are pretty neat. This is a crossbar utility knife, and there's other colors besides orange. That's just what they happen to send me. So those are pretty cool. But also, if you look, it's got a cool feature to it. On the back part of it, you've got a bit holder that you can get various and sundry bits. This is the one it came with. Has a straight as well as a Phillips, and it's held in there, and then that has a button lock on it. It doesn't have it's not very heavy, so it doesn't close that easily, but it does give you another something there to utilize. So the knife part's pretty cool. Not hard to change out. It comes with a little tool to undo this and then change the blade out. Micarta's pretty cool as well. This is the U1 Pro. They're not that expensive either. Something just happened. Are we still live? Are we still good? Something flashed there. Seems to be working. Okay. I actually picked this one up at Blade Show, and then contacted O-Knife, and they sent this other one over for me to take a look at. So that's pretty cool. If you're using, if you want something that you don't have to worry about dulling your knife, but you want something that works pretty cool, that's a good one to have. TKE says evidence that Thomas is the one who needs a stern hushing. Oh brother, there's no telling what someone who shall remain nameless posted up here. Let's see what. See what somebody linked over here. Well, it didn't go anywhere for me. Just went to YouTube, so I don't know what TKE was trying to link there. Bluminati says I need to finish editing the last of my Fred the Lug knife videos and post them. I've still got a plethora of them there. Bluminati, he's been busy playing with a new laser. Milton is letting you know that relieving yourself of built-up gases is healthy there, Bluminati. Oh, man. All right, let's see. So that took care of, I think, everything that was on the table. We've got, I got a surprise box yesterday with 2 knives in it that's going to be used for channel giveaways. So we've got two pretty cool knives for the next couple of months for the members giveaway. And I have some knife manufacturers are sending some more knives for me to check out, and at least one knife for a giveaway. So got some pretty cool stuff coming up here in the near future, Lord willing. All right, let's see. What else? What else? Is that it? Did I have anything else to go over? Let me ask you guys this. Would you like for me to do like a live with where I go through the knives that I have? Because you would probably see some that I don't normally show on here, but give you a chance to take a look at my collection from some budget knives on up. And I've probably got a bunch of budget knives. I know I've got a bunch of budget knives. You guys probably, if I were to break out this knife here, you'd be like, what is that? But before I got back into knives, I carried this knife. Well, before I got back into higher priced knives, or got into higher priced knives, this is one knife that I carried a lot, and thought it was really cool. So, and if you look at Tangram, I believe that's Kaiser. I think it's their super budget brand, if I'm not mistaken. But that's just one of the knives I have. And then if you have seen my videos early on, you've probably seen the Kaiser Cyber Blade. I don't show that one a whole lot anymore. So I mean, I've got a lot of knives that never make it onto videos or onto lives. I've got a CJRB. What is that? Come on now. Lago. CJRB Lago. So that's one of the ones I got early on in this current knife journey. So we may do that here coming up. I don't have a lot of crazy knives like I know some of you guys do, but I mean I've managed to get some pretty cool ones over the years. All right, let's see. Hey, Brown Sugar, thank you for being here, man. I appreciate it. Roger Baker says that would be cool. Dog One said he would enjoy it, so we may do that. Dog One says my first help video was anodizing scales. I hadn't done that in a while either. I need to I need to get back into doing some of that stuff. I was looking at, and it may have been that Vulcan that I anodized. Well, I don't know which one it was. I did several. Um, it doesn't always turn out good on camera, on lives, for some reason. Um, Gabe says not all of us have collections like Fred's, right? Fred's collection is a different level, but I know some of you guys. I've seen some of the stuff that some of you guys have, and you've got good collections as well. Mind Milton says very few have a collection like Fred. I've had a couple of dinners with Fred, well, and a breakfast one time. Fred actually met Angela and I up at TRM, so we actually went to breakfast before then, and it's funny because they bring in the boxes of cases of knives and just keep pulling out knives, and even the people that are like waiting the table are like getting into looking at knives, so it's crazy. My nicest knife is my Pictus, or maybe my Sakori. Pictus is a good knife. Pictus is a good knife. I like that a lot. Had lunch with Fred. That was about it. Spent 3 hours looking at. I know you know what I'm talking about, then, Milton. And it's just like knife after knife, and it's total overload on checking out knives. But yeah, Fred. The first time I met Fred was at a restaurant not too far from here, up in Simpsonville, and it was a nice restaurant. We sat there in the corner, and he'd ask them about it, and they kept pulling out knives. He and Hayden, and then met him up in Massachusetts, and then actually right before Blade Show, they were coming back through town and stopped by, and we went out to eat at a little mom and pop restaurant there in Honeypath. Mighty Milton says, I keep seeing the Pictus. Never handled one. It's good, Milton. Les says, I would love to even look and touch a cool knife. Apex Gary said, that sounds like fun. Milton agreed. TC said, Fred's a good guy. There's a good price Pictus the other day I wanted but didn't pull the trigger. I'm trying to trade somebody. I'm trying to trade somebody whose name might keep popping up on the screen there. But I can't get him to commit there. We take over a Denny's triple booth. There you go. A XL2, because why not? I don't know. I think I like the smaller one better. TC. Let's see. Apex Carry said that sounds fun too, dog one. I agree. I've tried it out. It's pretty cool. Yep, you were supposed to be at that dinner, TC. Yeah, he won't let go of it. Ramses. Ramses, get to feeling better, man. Be careful going to get your brother. Appreciate you, Ramses. There's Dan Stan. Hope you're having a good one, man. I might. We'll talk. I've got to get your knives back to you anyway, TC. Well, there's TKE. He's still in here. That's crazy. Pokemon cards are tedious. My grandson just started collecting Pokemon cards, and he and his dad are having a blast doing that. And he's so excited. I will go over there, and he'll want to show what his latest Pokemon cards are. TK, how long have you been trying to sell the Ishtar? It seems like I've heard that. TC said, did y'all see that $1,000 Pictus on Blade Binge? No, but I saw $1,000 Tuya Voodoo on eBay. It was nuts. And I'm like, no. Well, it didn't say Tuya Voodoo. It just says some generic description, and I'm like, no way. The Pokemon is not my thing. They were trying to get me to watch Pokemon movies, and I'm like, no, that is not happening. Gabe says, I'm going to get a Grail knife of mine one day. I have to put together some that I now consider a Grail, but not my Grails that come finished. Stacy Bolster Blade says, I must say good night to each of you, and remember, you are loved. Thank you, Stacy Bolster Blades. Hope you have a wonderful evening. Thank you for being here. Mind Milton said he's been trying for months. Lion Not a Sheep says, TKE, how about 400 for the Ishtar? I need to charge my watch. It is that time. Actually, it was that time 30 minutes ago. Let's see what we got here. Very cool. Want to know why Nice's Go Live Action ones aren't that bad? They must not be, because apparently he loves them. And they were talking about how they'd watch them too. But I was like, then you got to try to figure out what each character does and all that. And I'm like, I don't know that I can deal with that. That might be a little more than I can handle. I don't even watch TV hardly. It's usually watching lives or videos or something like that. It's usually something knife related on YouTube, and it's usually not any. Occasionally I will watch something else. Robert Jones, I think I already said hello to you. I think I saw your name a few minutes ago. At least I know that. Ramsey says, looking to trade for a DLT Tonto 20.5. Send me a message in the gram if you have one. You got one of those, TKE? Be careful, Ramses. Gabe says, I like anime, but I'm not doing Pocket Monsters. Well, Not a Sheep says, I don't have the 400 right now, but I figured I'd throw out a silly number. Hey, you never know. Dog One says, has the PM2 Tonto dropped? I believe it has, Dog One, if I'm not mistaken. one of you guys can verify, but I'm pretty sure that it has. I'm almost positive it has, but I don't have one, so I can't verify that. Fred the Lug says, what did I just come back to? Not much, Fred. Let's see. Lion Not a Sheep's offering TKE 400 for the Ishtar. I wondered about that, Gabe Harlan. So for those who don't know, the original name for Pokemon was Pocket Monsters. Mind of Milton says Robert Jones is headed to 1K. Y'all go check him out if you haven't done so. Mind of Milton, you behave yourself, sir. He can go back and watch and verify that, you know. So, he could verify that. Milton, trying to get me in trouble. This time I haven't dropped any, I don't think. This time. So Mind of Milton said that, and now the chat has gone completely silent. And nobody's saying anything. And we might have blipped because it just popped up and said, welcome to chat, live chat. Did it blip here? Want to know why it says I'm subbed? What other Vulcans do I have? I actually have 3 Vulcans. Crossbar version, the frame-like version, and there is a and I found it earlier. I found it again earlier today. I thought I lost it. And now I don't remember where I put it. I'm not organized like Mr. Eddie, who can apparently put his finger on each knife that he's in his case and remembers if there's one missing. I thought I had misplaced the other Vulcan, and I started looking for it and actually found it. But I'm not finding the other Vulcan that I had earlier today, so I must have left it across the room, possibly. I did. I left it on my other desk over there. So, let me think here. I think that's... I'm trying to think... I don't have any other maker that I would consider a custom knife that I've got multiples of besides his. So, but his are very, very reasonable. Monster Hunter says no. Everybody on Blade Binge. Absolutely, Fred. It's got even smoother than it was. And I've bent the clip and fixed it back, and it looks. I think it looks pretty much. Come on, pretty much like it's supposed to look. So, but yes, I am glad I got that. Lion Not a Sheep. Monster Hunter. I was just thinking about looking at the $1,000 Pictus. Haven't seen it yet. Want to know why Nia says I'm not on Blade Binge? Let's see. So I have been carrying. What knife do I have back? Oh, where do I put this one here? Let's cool wheel this one down. Get the mithril up there, and the aura, and put the BEDC knives there. Which one is so slick there, TC? So all of my Vulcan knives have the same opening hole. I think he makes other things besides the opening, the half or sliver moon opening hole. But I tend to like those. Edge Time, I did not get to see you at Atlanta. I wish I had. Well, Not a Sheep says they have Gecko X Urban Pictus on Blade Binge right now. That's the USA made ones. Woo! That's not the $1,000 Pictus, is it? Dog One says I'm going to bundle up the knives I bought during COVID before I sophisticate it up some. I think that's probably about the time I started getting into knives, was during COVID. I think I think that happened to a lot of people. Robin, off to walk the dog. See y'all later. Have a good one, man. Thank you for stopping by. Fred the Lug says time to go to bed. Good night, all. Hey, Fred, thanks for stopping by, man. Get some rest. Dog One says like the honey badger in every size and shape. You know, this actually Damascus 1200 for the Urban Pictus. Wow, that's crazy. Oh, you know what we haven't done tonight? Let's see if anybody dropped anything in the Discord. If so, we'll need to jump over there. Let's we got a couple of things to look at. Let's go do that. Let's go check that out, because there are some things to look at. So that one was that's the one Fred wouldn't send to me. That's all right. Nick has his very cool carry with a cool Hank and the HMC Transient and Usler Duckling. with Issuing Stitches Hank. He dropped that on the 4th. That was on last Saturday. Very cool. Fred says, Happy 4th to all. All these are American made. Latama Plastic. Hellacious Finger OTF. Magnifold HMC Transient. Nail Knives Nevada Jr. Alamic Whippersnapper. And the Corbin Steelworks Custom Lotus. That one's really cool. There's an Alamic. And I think he said that last one was Nail Knives. Let's see what else we got. There's the one that TK was mentioning. The budget knife that he got in. I think he was doing a short or a video on that earlier today. And let's see. Dan Stan says, any of you have the Tenable Knives entity? I don't there, Dan Stan. Maybe someone else might have. Lion Not a Sheep says they actually have 2 of the USA made ones. They have an XL Watermelon Sugar Camo with a DLC blade for $7.99. No, that's not the $1,200 one. Let's see here. Let me get that off. All right, let's see. So he's got the TK did the or showed the Shoes' knife Han 308 for $50. And he said Mr. Oh wow. All right, let's see what we've got here. Robin. I don't know who the maker of his fixed blade is, but then he's got the Ire V1. That looks like marks that that Vulcan does. TC Blades says he's got an entity there, Dan. Robert Jones said he had one. The Ire's a pretty cool knife. And that fixed blade's pretty cool too. TC Blades has a smock that I think he did the chopping on. Is that right, TC? If you're still... Yeah. Cool scales on that one. Shortened it up a bit. And Lion Not a Sheep with his Pictus and with his 80-20.5, maybe? Maybe 80-20. Robert Jones says, I have a... Alright, Dog One says, cool smock, most excellent. Robert Jones says, I have a Chop Payson. Python. Those are nice, Lion Not a Sheep. I like the milling pattern on that Pictus. And the blade shape, of course. I've had several versions of the 80-20.5. Most of them were the shark's foot. I did have one clip point. Roger Baker's mentioned that that's a beautiful knife. Loves those milled blue scales. It does look pretty cool. I like the topo pattern on it. Definitely changes the look of the knife a little bit, doesn't it there, TC? Very cool little knife now. All right. Let's see. Is that it? That is it. Lion Not a Sheep just dropped those. TC probably got distracted there, Robert, and he may have wandered off for a minute. If he wanders back in, you may want to try to grab him. Alright, let's see. We'll try to point you that way anyway. Spyderco. Alright, Dan says, yeah, I'm thinking I maybe just add it to my giveaway. I'm trying to collect stuff to make it bigger giveaways because I'm gonna do at 500 subs. I'm like at 300 right now. Very cool, Dan Stan. All right. Anything else I can think about discussing for the moment? Oh, so I've got the 3 Vulcans here, and then that's the Heracus Bloomerus HB21, the Dagaboy there. And then this is the Mithril that I won off of Metal Complexes. And I have done the spine whack several times to try to see if I failed it, and I haven't failed it. So it's actually a really solid plunge lock knife, and from what I read, that their goal was to make it next level. I'm interested in taking that one apart to see what might be different on that. But I've been carrying that a pretty good bit. The pocket clip on this one's really cool. I don't know if you guys can see that. But I like that. I like the texture on the scales as well. That's the Kaiser Aura, just a little guy. This is made by the designer of the Militaw. I think his name is Styles. Is that right? And then the BEDC, the knife tip that scares me, but is so very cool. I love the jimping here along the bottom. This knife, when you grip it, it just feels super locked in with that harpoon right there, and the jimping all the way up into that just feels locked in. And then the scales are awesome on it. It's got some orange and some black, so I like that. And I think I saw Dan says, what's the blue handle folder on the bottom right? This is the Remet Cool Whale, and it was I got it at Blade for less than $50. It is a bottom liner lock, because if you'll notice, you got flipper and thumb studs, and you've got the button here. But if you look right here, you've got the liner that you can disengage as well. So gives you several options for opening and closing. So it's pretty crazy. There's the Siaxi. The Roger Baker says the myth. It's a nice little knife. It's the first knife that I've had that had DLC. So I've been trying it out, because from what I understand, DLC coating does not, it's diamond-like coating, but it opens very cleanly. I like the disc on it. I'm not showing you guys so much on it. I like the disc on it. Able to reverse flick off that disc. So I've been carrying and using that one. I didn't figure that I had. I was planning to get rid of that one, so I said I'm going to use it. So you're right. That mithril is nice. Edge Tom says, good night, everyone. Phone is letting me know how tired it is. Honestly, I'm tired too. Take it easy, man. I appreciate you. Gabe Harlan says, I need a red and black cool whale. And Dog One says, stolen valor famous, horrible reputation killer. Yep. Oh, Mick Strider stepped down. Interesting. Did not know that. Dan Stan said, that's pretty cool. I like that. Yeah, it's a neat little knife. When Clayton says we're cool whale bros, we got the same exact model standing there actually talking to TC. Well, TC was wandering around somewhere else. We ended up getting one of those while we were standing there. Ground Fog, thank you for being here, man. Dog One says operators don't brag in my experience. So, yep. So that's some of my main knives that I have been carrying as of late. I haven't carried this one as much since I got the HB21, but that still occasionally makes it in my pocket. I have carried this knife. I don't know if you can see, but I tend to get the clip on whichever knife I end up carrying, which is why I know a lot of people don't like them, but I like these wire clips for that very reason. So, and I don't have wire clips on every. I've actually got a Lynch Northwest on this lightweight, but it came with a wire clip. I don't dislike a wire clip. It's not. I wouldn't say it's my favorite because sometimes you look at a knife like I was talking about with this one, and the pocket clip's just cool. It's got a cutout in it, and then it's got jimping or texturing on it to make it easy to pull that knife out of pocket. So, sometimes you like other stuff other than a wire clip, but and this is, again, that's the Vulcan button lock, the Vulcan crossbar lock. This one's got some pretty heavy texturing on it from the lasering process. Whoops. And then this one's got carbon fiber on the front and titanium with the fish scales titanium on the back of it. But again, yeah, this one has a pretty cool clip on it. And so here we go. I'll set this one here. This is the Aura. It has a back spacer that is glow in the dark, and then you'll also notice the button glows there. So you can probably see that both of those glowing. So a neat trick there. Dwayne Letterman and I were talking about that yesterday, about the glow stuff, because he has a knife with a micarta, and it's the glow parts woven in with it. So that's pretty cool to see. All right, and then the BC Oxy. Let's see if I can. It actually reacts a little bit. You're probably not seeing that as much as I am, but that does react to the UV, and I really don't know that I have anything else that does that much besides. Well, this one glows good, but that's totally different. So I don't think that one doesn't glow. I don't think I have anything else that really, well, that's not true. This is a little reactive. It looks totally different once you throw that light on there. But I don't know that I really have a whole lot else that just trying to see right quick. I'm not that I'm aware of that reacts to UV, but yeah, it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. I can't complain at all. All right, you guys. I think that's about. I'm about to run out of steam for tonight, and we've gone over the pocket check. We've talked about some different things. Oh yeah, absolutely, dog. That was what he thought was the coolest thing. And absolutely, he loved that part. He was, in fact, he left it. He left it in the back bedroom, close to the lamp. I guess he had been playing with it there, and forgot it. But that's okay. I've still got it for him, and he's coming over tomorrow. No, he's coming over Saturday, so they're gonna come over to get in the pool, and then he's gonna spend the night with us Sunday night, or Saturday night, and we'll take him back home Sunday. So anyhow, really appreciate you guys, all of you that have hung out for quite a few minutes tonight. Really appreciate it. Hope to see y'all again next week. It seems like it's going to be a while till the next giveaway, but it's only 3 weeks from now till the next giveaway, and plan on having another excellent giveaway. Son-in-law is supposed to be making some more EDC related things via his 3D printer, and I hope to find some new stuff to give away for that as well. So I'm going to start looking for that. Hopefully get him to print some new stuff out. But hope y'all have a wonderful rest of your day. What's left of it. A wonderful weekend. Oh, no worries, man. Mick says I've been lurking, having neck and back issues, and that's never fun, man. Hope you get to feeling better. No, thank you, Lion, for hanging out with everybody that's here. Appreciate that. J1 says, when I put my Jazzy Cabo Carbon Penguin under UV, it turns red and black. It's cool how some of that stuff changes colors. Thanks, Dog One. Thanks, J1. Bluminati, appreciate you, man. Y'all have a good one. Roger Baker, everyone. Hope y'all have a wonderful rest of your day, wonderful weekend, and be praying for the ones that are not doing well. I've got a coworker that's mom and dad got in a bad accident last Friday, right before 4th of July. Someone had got shot and was trying to make it to the hospital and ran out into traffic and hit them head on. And her dad's not doing real well. So it's crazy stuff. So y'all be careful out there is what I'm trying to say. All right, you guys, have a good one. Thank you so much. Have a good night.